handy people. Dan here. Hey, one of the things I love about working on our cars is that I always learn something new. It seems like every time I work on them. Well, I've got something I just learned, and it had to do with a good friend has a 2000 Volvo Cross Country, and we had a lockout. I mean, it was locked out hard. We tried everything to get it on, to get the door to open, but that driver door was stuck. So we watched a couple of Robert's videos. He's got great content, and it was very helpful. We tried all those steps. It didn't work. So then we tried something a little bit new and a little bit different. And I'm about to show you. We tried the tried and true. I talked to several folks that are very intelligent Volvo people with a lot of experience, and they told me, basically you beat the heck out of the darn lock, and eventually it gives way. Well, we tried that. I ran an air impact on the thing, just didn't do it. However, we did find something that we might, work for us, and it just might work for you. And I'd certainly say give it a try and do this before you break out the impact, before you start beating it with a hammer and a chisel. Try this little technique we used. We just basically used a drill and drilled a single access hole, and we were able to get the lock to open and the door to open. So I'll show you what that's coming right up. Here it comes.
Okay, 2000 Volvo Cross Country, and the door locked, and we could not get it open. So we beat the daylights out of the door latch with a combination of methodologies. Then finally, my friend Dave, he worked I gave him a spare lock set I had, and he figured out there was a little lever inside that we have to move. And we're going to show you that in a second. Right now, this hole that I'm pointing to, we just drilled that where my probe is, and I just put my probe in it. In that hole, if you look this way, you'll see a little line, a diagonal line. It's hard to see, but it's there. That hole, that line is the bottom of the little plate that you got to push up on that releases the door. So the door is now released. We've opened it. Now we're going to be able to replace the lock.
It'll replace it whether it's...
Okay, here's a comparison. On the left is fairly undamaged. Obviously, we're missing the cover that's over the gears on the solenoid. But here's the area that you'd be looking at if it's fresh and inside the vehicle. Now, this is very hard to get at, but it's not impossible. And what I want to show you is, you see where that hole is right there? That's the hole that we drilled. So if you look at it and use this as your marker, so we get those leveled up. You can see we beat the daylights out of this, and we broke there's plastic covers. There's 2 levels of them. Well, guess what? If you find that target and you get in the right spot, all you got to do is drill one hole. You don't have to beat anything. Drill that hole and get in there. Now, this cover may be in the way, but I don't think so. But if it is, you're going to have to get clearance. But the hole you want to put in is going to be right just above the center line of this. There's where that hole is going to go. So looking at it, it's like the top edge of this round thing right over would be the center of my hole. And I would drill straight in, and you should go through 2 layers of plastic. Then shine a light in there, and you'll be able to see the little metal piece that we had to actually, well, on the other part of the video, you could see it. You could see how it was positioned, and we were able to actually manipulate that with a small screwdriver, and the door opened.
Pushing it up.
By pushing it up.
Well, hey, folks, thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, because I want to keep this content coming for you. Appreciate your help. Appreciate your loving the old Volvos, and let's keep these old cars on the road. Let's keep them going, because old Volvos should never die. Thanks for watching.